Hey y'all, hey. Happy Tuesday. It's a great day to have a great day. So I affirm that you are and will continue to have a great, awesome, and amazing day. Y'all, it's Tuesday and this is the day I'm actually catching up on some things. Because yesterday was a little bit challenging with technology, but it's all good because, when you're ambitious, when you're high achieving, you're focused on your goals, you do what you have to do when you can and when you have to do it. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm actually heading out to the coffee shop again, just so I can have space to have some clear focus without a lot of interruptions and things like that. So I already set my children up. I'm a homeschool mom too, so they are set up with all the stuff that they need. Plus my oldest son is there. But long story short, y'all, I wanted to come on here really quickly to talk about, and this is actually an example, talking about how to integrate your roles. I'm just going to drive y'all because it's hot. But how to integrate your roles instead of separating it, right? So I've talked a lot about identifying your most important roles and goals. That's one of my main, my signature frameworks called the MIRG, right? And once you identify your most important roles and goals by having your vision, identifying your values, getting clear on who and what is most important to you, right? And I put them within the five boxes. So once you have your most important roles, the thing is, these roles are not competing with each other. And I found that was a main challenge for me and a lot of the other ambitious moms that I talk to, that I work with. It's like I have all these things. I want to be great in all areas. I don't want to be killing it in the boardroom, but my home life is jacked up. Or I don't want to be, a great hands-on present mom, but then when it comes to my business, I'm faltering there. And so the concept of MIRG starts with the concept of identifying those priorities, your most important roles and goals, but it's also about integrating your roles. Integrating meaning that each role supports one another. It's all together. I'm not just a mom, you know what I mean? I'm the woman behind everything. So I'll rephrase that. It's about the concept and the fact that no matter what role you're playing, when you're a mom, when you are in your profession, in your business, whether you're a sister, friend, whether you're like me, a homeschool co-op manager, a coach, consultant, it doesn't matter what role you're playing. The basis and the foundation for all of that is the woman. And so you're integrating the roles, because what I did find, hold on y'all, so I can remember where I'm going, hold on. All right, y'all. I couldn't remember if I had to turn right or left. But what I did find is that, it was more stressful, and I found that I wasn't really operating at an excellent level, a high level, being the woman and the mother and the business owner and the professional that I wanted to be when I was sitting there when I had everything separate. Because the reality is, there is no separation, because it's the woman, because you are the one that is fulfilling each role. So when I talked about that and I developed my signature framework called MIRG, it was literally when you organize your life or your daily decisions, your calendar, your commitments, even your career. So I'm gonna give y'all an example, like integrating your roles instead of separating them. So I have been an entrepreneur for years, right? I was also a stay-at-home mom. So one of the things that I had to do was creating my block scheduling, having certain routines in place, but also communicating with my children, getting whatever support that I needed so that when it's time for me to work, I can do my work. But while I'm working, I'm still being mindful of the fact that, yes, I am still a mom. I'm still being mindful of my emotional health, my mental health, my physical health. So that meant that sometimes I would have to say no to certain projects, right? Or it meant that I know that my highest energy as far as thinking and creating like concrete work that takes a lot of brain power, I need to do those early in the morning. I also know that at the same time, I'm an early riser. 2 of my 5 children are also semi-early risers. They get up with the sun, right? And then I also know that, for my clients and stuff like that, I have to have that time. So in order for me to integrate that, I had to create routines where I'm able to be available to my children in a way by setting them up like I did today. Even when my children were younger, I had something in the morning. My children knew. I used to have my office in my closet. And so, they knew I had like a little thing I will put out on the door. I'm still engaged with my children, but they know during this time, because I had clients, I used to have clients in China, so we have a 12-hour difference. And so they knew that when mommy's door is closed and she has this on the door, that means that she is doing this right now. However, at the same time, there were certain toys and games and activities that were designated specifically for the time that I was working. I had their snack cart available that I had organized so that they can be able to grab something that they want to grab while I am working. Relax, miss. Okay, the light just turned green. Anyway, so I had that. The other thing was I would spread out their first breakfast, I would call it, on the table. So the table will be set up and organized with their fruits, maybe some toast or bread, whatever, muffins, anything that they can self-serve themselves. Even my toddlers at the time were able to do that. And in my working time, I scheduled breaks too, so that I can take a break for myself, physically stand up, walk around, move around, but also I could take a break and check on my children, right? So y'all see how, although I had my work time set aside, a work block set aside, I still was cognizant of the fact and prepared for the fact that I am still a mom, right? So I had to do what I had to do to make sure that my children were good, and at the same time I also took care of myself, my own dreams, right? Because at the time I was doing consulting and I was also doing tutoring, and I did have clients that were in China, UK, Germany, whatever. So I had to do what I had to do. I chose to do that. But I also, at another season of my life, when it talking about integrating and being mindful of your other roles, at another season of my life, I also realized that getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and talking to someone was burning me out physically, right? So I had to alter and shift, and that did not work for me anymore. So that was me acknowledging the role of a woman, having my boundaries, having my self-care, and being flexible, being adaptable, and saying, you know what? This is actually not working for me, because not only am I getting burnt out, but it's also, I am so tired in the evening, and I have 3 night owls. So it wasn't working for my family and everything at that time, which was fine. And so I'm just giving some personal examples of how I practically applied the concept of integrating your roles, not separating them. But also, you know, even if whether you're a single mom, you know, married mom or whatever, it's stressful trying to be different personas, be different, and act like the other parts of your life don't exist. Like, I saw a quote but one time that said something like, they want us to work like we don't have children, or they want us to parent our children like we don't have a career and don't have ambitions. And so it's like you can't do one or the other, because that's where the stress comes in. But when you integrate it, when you acknowledge it, and you honor it, and you're saying, yeah, I do have these passions and these career goals and this business that I love, but I'm not going to act like I don't have children. You know, I do love being a present, hands-on mom, but I'm not going to act like I don't have ambitions and goals and career that I am growing and pursuing, or a business that I'm growing. Yes, I do love to take this time for myself, and I love to pamper myself and have my mindfulness practices, but I'm not going to act as if I don't have other responsibilities. So, you know, that's a general concept of that, and I'm going to talk about that even more. You'll see more in my content and things like that. But y'all, I'm on my way. I'm about to be at the coffee shop now, and I just wanted to share that with you. So when you see me talk about integrate your roles, don't separate them, that's a general overview of what I'm talking about. You know, honor all of the roles and understand that part of the success in being an ambitious woman that has children, that has a business, that has a career that you aspire to grow in, part of that success is acknowledging who and what matters the most, and then putting the rest into perspective. And that's why prioritizing is so important. That's why integrating is so important, because again, I'm not any less of a woman when I am with my children. I'm not any less of a mother when I am talking to you, when I am growing my business, when I'm meeting with clients, right? I'm not any less of a woman or a mother when I'm working, and vice versa. So that's what the gist of that means, and I hope that this was helpful to you, because again, I know what it's like to be ambitious, to be high achieving, you know, to really have these goals in mind and to struggle with that, the mom guilt that comes with it, struggle with, man, how do I harmonize this, right? We're not talking about balance. How do I harmonize this? And the key to all of that, the key to releasing mom guilt and minimizing mom guilt, the key to preventing burnout and stress, the key to making sure that you are fulfilling and showing up as the boss mom that you are in every area, the key is to integrate your roles, not separate them. All right, let me know your thoughts in the comment section, and we'll talk about this more, but I hope this was helpful to you. And yeah, let me know if you need help with integrating your roles, you need help with identifying your priorities, you need help with setting boundaries and creating your self-care practices and your flexibility and adaptability, then that's what I'm here to help you with. And of course, you can always click the link in the comment section, click the link below to schedule your free Boss Mom Breakthrough Call, where I'll help you identify and clarify what area needs your attention the most, what your priorities are, and I'll give you a professional recommendation right there on the call. It's complimentary, you know, no strings attached and all of that. And yeah, we can talk about it. So y'all have an amazing rest of your day. And yeah, let me get to going. Let me get to parking. I'll talk to y'all soon. I'd love to continue this conversation down in the comments.